Alrighty guys, welcome into another 164 custom diecast toy shop video. Gonna be working up, just use this decal set here, this 2014 Bobby Labonte Thunder Coal number 33. Appreciate a couple decal sets from my buddy Billy Ray, and as you can see it came from JHDesigns. So yeah, we'll get some decals going on this little guy. Got a couple Chevrolet Super Sports here, painted up black, ready to rock and roll and build a couple of these things. So not a very difficult decal set to make. I'm sorry, not a very difficult car to make. The decal set's pretty straightforward. Black car with light colored decals on it. So what I'm doing, I'm just kind of taking my Sharpie over top of this banner here so that when I put the other banner on, there won't be any residual effect of that shining through. This one's pretty good already, but I'll just make sure it is. Don't want any of that lettering, you know, to work its way through there. The decal sets usually do a pretty good job with a lot of pigmentation to cover that, but just making sure. As you see, I already cut these out and just put them in water, so letting them sit there for a minute. These are the side decals here, and yeah, cut that out right there. Don't know if I'll need these or not. Hope you guys are doing well. As you might have guessed, I was away last week at another business trip. This time to the great state of California. Spent some time in San Diego, Marine Corps Recruit Depot there, and also jumped over to Marine Corps Air Station at Miramar one afternoon. It's only about maybe depends on traffic, maybe half an hour from San Diego Recruit Depot. And then one special day ventured over to Yuma, Arizona at the air station over there. It was actually a very beautiful day. It was like mid-80s and a little cool breeze. I mean, just a beautiful day. So yeah, spent some time out there supporting the Marine Corps. Guys, the price of gasoline in California, I paid $6.79 a gallon in San Diego. And the one day I went to Yuma, Arizona, I paid $3.79 in Arizona. So I can't think the gas stations right along the border there in California would do much business, because for $3 cheaper you can just drive across the border and get it in Arizona. So I don't know, it's just crazy expensive. That's Cali. For those of you that live out there, you guys know. But yeah, you know, I wish I had, you know, more time for the hobby and more time for a lot of things, right? Life gets busy, and you know, you don't always get a chance to do everything that you want to do. So certainly my custom making production has taken a hit this year, not producing as much as I would like. And I know some of you guys have been asking for cars for a while, and just not able to do all the ones that I want to do and the ones that you guys want me to do with as much efficiency and volume as I would like. So that's just where I'm at right now with my life, and with everything that's going on. So, but here we are. Let's take advantage of these moments and get some work done. Well, the brevity of life. You know, it's just like you try to do at work, right? We got to prioritize our work. You never know how much time we have in these days. So you have to prioritize, you know. All the work that we want to get done, we have to prioritize it. Because you don't have as many hours in the day to get it all done. So you got to continue to work that priority list, as well as just be active, be busy, get after things. Time for rest and relaxation, but there's also time to get after stuff, and that's what we always have to be about, recognizing those times. I wrote up on my little board here, little motivational Bible verses and things, and the one that I have up there now, I've had for a little while. It says, Romans 12:11, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. You know what a sloth is? You get this picture of this slow-moving creature. Just, yeah. Slow-moving guy. And it's not that the sloth isn't like, doing things. It's just that he moves so slow and he sleeps so much. They're just very weird creatures in that regard. And you wonder why God would create a creature like that. I mean, we know that the heavens were created for the glory of God. And in Colossians 1:16 it says that all things were made by him, that's Jesus, and for him. So everything was made for Jesus, who's the author and finisher of our faith. According to Hebrews 12. But God wants us to be busy. Remember, if you look in Proverbs, he says, go to the ant, you sluggard. Look at the ant. How the ant is just constantly getting after stuff. And sure, there's times the ant's doing menial tasks, right? Building a home and searching for food. But they're active, incredibly active. And we would do well. We would do very well. The Chevy logo just folded up on me. Crap. I was afraid of that when I was cutting it out. I'm just gonna get that thing to fold back. I may just have to cut that off. I don't know if you're watching what I'm doing here. See, these are very thin decals, which are nice. They're just super thin. So when you lift them off the paper, if they're not supported very well, they will fold. Okay, so I got it unfolded now. So what I need to do here is I'm going to bring this whole guy to the car. So that's some of my thoughts this morning. Got my Dappy T keys playing. Courage in my heart. Alright. We're going to focus here. It's really struggling. Alright, maybe I just need to back the camera up. Sorry guys, maybe I'm a little too close. Trying to pull this down some because the Chevy logo is kind of high. Just pulling it down. Trying not to rip it, you know. Okay, that's not bad. This side seems to be a little high though. Why does that not look right? Oh, I know why it doesn't look right, because the Chevy logo is centered over the SS, but the Thunder Coal and the logo Thunder Coal is not centered, because the word Thunder's longer than the word coal. So, alright, so because I was looking like, why is this guy like not centered? But he's never going to be centered because that's just the way the logo is. I mean, he'll be centered on the hood, but within this, he's going to be kicked to the right. Alright. It's a little weird. So I got to just focus on this Chevy logo. And that's that. Okay. Alright, I'm happy with that now. I got a couple of these Thunder Coals. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having fun doing your customs. For those of you that are custom builders, there's a lot of great paint schemes that are coming out. So I watched the race yesterday. Ryan Blaney won at Martinsville, and I couldn't take my eyes off of the Beast. The Monster Beast car of Tyler Reddick. Oh my gosh, guys. I just think that's an incredible paint scheme. Now I will say making it a playoff car with the yellow spoiler and all that is kind of a pain, honestly, when you're building a custom. But I love that paint scheme. Absolutely adored it. So it's funny, you know, I mean, obviously as a Matt Kenseth fan, he's no longer racing, so I kind of, my excitement for the race, yeah, is, you know, sure, there's the competition, of course, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of watching it to see which paint schemes are the coolest ones, because that's kind of what I'm after, right? Is looking at make those paint schemes that are, you know, might not be made by Lionel. I can build them and make them for you guys as collectors. Or you know, I like to just build things that I think are cool. I like to do that. Like this one. Billy Ray was showing me how he had made a bunch of slots and stuff, because he's into those slot cars, fiberglass bodies and such. And he showed me a bunch of pictures, and I was like, hey, I really like that Thunder Coal. And he's like, hey, I got you. So next thing you know, I get a little letter in the mail with some Thunder Coal decals. God bless you, Billy. Thanks, man. All right, so what are we looking at here? How's this look? A little high on the left. Come on down. Not too bad, I guess. Tell you guys a little story. So when I was out in California, one of the things that I've started to do when I travel is I try to get up in the morning and I try to go for a run. I like to just run around the hotel where I'm at. And one morning, as I was running, it was just getting light. And I saw this guy. His car was on the side of the road, and he was kind of standing there, and didn't really capture it this time, but his car wasn't running. And I ran by him. I said good morning. He didn't say anything, so you never know, right? You know, people do that. It's actually a little experiment of mine. I like to say good morning to people and just see how they respond. Some people are like, you know, hey, good morning, and other people just look at me and like don't say anything. It's kind of funny. Anyways, as I was running, you know, my little loop back to the hotel, he was still there, and he was trying to push his car. He had the door open, and he was actually in the road. It was a 2-lane road, and he was pushing his car. And about the time I came up, there was another guy, Port of San Diego guy. His name was Gabe. Talked to him a little bit. But anyways, the Port of San Diego guy was there, and he's like, hey, let's push your car. We'll get it to this parking lot. And so I was wearing my DeWalt yellow shirt, so fortunately, you know, and so Gabe and I started pushing the car, and the guy was steering it. And we're, you know, kind of pushing it down this road in San Diego, and early in the morning, and obviously didn't want to get hit. But anyways, we pushed it. We get close to this little parking lot, and the guy's like, no, I can't go in the parking lot. I don't have any money, so I can't pay for parking. And we're like, what? It's, you know, so he keeps going, right? We're pushing. We're like, what? He's like, push me up under this bridge. So we kept pushing. It was a little bit further than maybe we had. You know, definitely got a workout that morning. It was a little Lexus he had. Anyways, so we get we get to the the bridge, and we're able to get him into a little spot under the bridge between a few cars, and he's safe, right? And the guy goes, hey, thank you. And we had a little exchange there for a minute, and here I am in my jogging pants, and he goes, you guys wouldn't have anything to eat, would you? And I'm like, no. And I think Gabe picked up on this at this time, the Port of San Diego guy. He just started walking away, dealing with people that are, destitute or whatever. He wasn't having any. He was just going. He was done. And I stood there for a minute and talked to him, and he goes, I used to run a 4:14 mile, but I can't do that anymore. And I was like, wow, that's impressive. And he looked at me, and you could kind of tell he was, maybe had some drug problems or whatever. And anyways, he goes, you wouldn't happen to have any shoes, would you? I don't have any shoes. And I looked down, he's wearing socks. I didn't realize he didn't have any shoes on. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have them. I was out for a run. And he's like, that's okay. And I said, I don't remember exactly the words I said, but I said, I don't have any money on me, and I don't have any shoes to give you, but you can have Jesus. Something to that effect, that God bless you. You can always go with God, because He's all you need. And the guy was super appreciative, and I don't know. You bump into people, souls on this world, and maybe you only have a minute to interact with them, and just want to be a blessing to them. Just want God to use me every day somehow to encourage a soul that's struggling. There is hope. There is something better than what this world has to offer. Because this world will offer some really cool stuff, but it's not satisfying. It's not eternally satisfying. It always seems to leave you wanting more. And you follow those worldly roads, and man, it leads to a dead end, a lonely dead end. But the great story of the Bible is that God is always there. He's calling us to come to Him for refuge, for strength, for peace, for love, for joy. And we have to answer that call. Sometimes we have to hit rock bottom before we answer that call. And my prayer is that every day I encourage people to come to Jesus, to come to His Word, and to find God, and to find the joy and happiness, because I'm going to come and go. I'm temporary, but God is eternal. He's always there. He's always there. Okay, so those are the decals, and I'll work these side decals here in a little bit and put these on. Pretty straightforward, right? And then we've got these little secondary decals, that little arrows and rear window orange circles that I can use in the back window to make it tricked out. And then get all these things on here in a little bit. That's all I wanted to do in this video, is get these on. Show you the end product here when I'm all done. Alright, so let's look at this real quick. So Doug's still working this. I was able to paint the white here on the back. This is the transition area. This is all going to be black up here. So, and this is all going to be transitioned. But right now you can see what I'm going to do. It's actually got a little edge where I tape it off. So one of the things that you have to do is make sure that this area is smooth. So it's going to kind of a little lip there. Just taking off the majority of it right now. Because when you lay the decal over it, and I'll put some coats of sealer on it, you want it to be, you want this to be smooth. Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially the white, it's got like a little lip on it. It's not too bad up there. So I've got a little piece of sandpaper that I'll run ever so carefully across here. Again, to really smooth that out. Okay, so that's not too bad. Got rid of that lip. But yeah, when I get that in place there, that piece will cover that transition there, so that'll look nice. It's not a perfect match, right? From this gray to this gray. I mean, the white's the white, but the other thing I'll do is I'll sand this down, but also put a little bit more white paint, because I definitely want to have, you know, I don't want that scratch, right? That might show through, so I want that to be a solid color behind there, so it doesn't look weird. And then I'm going to paint this roof right black, and the hood black, and this trunk black, and spoiler black. But yeah, we're working it, Doug. So. Alright guys, appreciate you watching. Hope the Lord blesses you this day, and thanks for subscribing for those of you that have, and we'll chat with you in the next video. Alright, God bless, and see you next time out here.